Let me tell you a story. There's a woman worshipped by billions. She's on candles, cathedral, Christmas cards, and even in bumper stickers. She's called the Queen of Heaven, and yet she never spoke so much. She was obedient, silent, and most of all, a virgin. That woman is Mary, but this image of her is not just holy, it's haunting. Because for centuries, the church has held up Mary's perpetual virginity as the standard for what it means to be a good girl. And that ideal is just not impossible, it's really dangerous. Today, I want to convince you that this century-old doctrine has shaped harmful cultural expectations around women's bodies, sexuality, and morality. And it's time that we change it. Mary wasn't just a virgin when she gave birth. The official doctrine says that she remained a virgin before, during, and after giving birth. No sex, no other children, just eternal purity. According to the feminist Elizabeth Johnson, in her book Truly Our Sister, this turned Mary into a kind of mythic woman, someone women could admire but never actually be. Johnson also writes that this idea limits the full humanity of women by tying their value to their sexual status. So let's think about that. The most honored woman in Christian history is celebrated not for what she did, but for what she did not, having sex. The virgin ideal didn't stay in scripture. It became purity rings, hymen myths, school dress codes, even presidential campaigns asking if women are still pure. In 2021, article from The Conversation, scholar Sarah Ajubi explains that Marian purity norms still shape how society views women's bodies. She says, the image of the chaste, modest woman continues to define morality, while women who express sexually face judgment or shame. And you don't need to be religious to feel this. If you have ever been told, don't wear that, don't be too loud, don't sleep with him, then congratulations. You have met the virgin ideal. And it wasn't just cultural pressure. The church made his law. In 1987, Pope John Paul II, in Redemptoris Mater, called Mary the model of the church and the perfect woman. Not because she was brave, not because she was resistant, fair, but because she was silent, submissive, and untouched. He wrote, through her virginity, she became the model of the church. So if Mary's example and her perfection is based on virginity, where does that leave everybody else? Women who are allowed, angry, divorced, sexual, queer, messy, or even simply real? We don't need to cancel Mary, we need to free her. Let's honor her not just as a virgin, but as a young woman who faces scandal, fear, and danger. And still said yes. That's not purity, that's power. Catholic scholar Tina Beatty writes, to liberate Mary from idealized virginity is not to diminish her, it is to free a generation of women from living in her shadow. So here's my challenge. Let's tell a better story. Let's stop holding women to impossible, silent, sexless standards. Let's make room for messy, bold, passionate, holy realness. Because the virgin myth is not longer overdue for a rewrite.